So I'm editing a vlog that'll go up today if the clips ever get in there. But it is basically like me starting to decorate my office at my actual office, not my home office. It was really funny. I sat down at my computer this morning and I found a love note. It says, "I like your wood pencils." They're from Target, by the way. Yeah, I've been up since 4:30. I'm trying this whole getting up early thing. So I have 2 hours in the morning to work on my blog and my channel. But I'm pretty tired today. Every time I post an Instagram picture, I get asked about my table because I use the sheets that are like this. And then when I take my Instagram pictures, I mean, it looks like an awesome wood table, right? Well, here's my secret tip. It's actually this scrapbooking paper pack. It's called Barnwood Pretty. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was $20, but they have them 50% off all the time. So you get 180 sheets. So I may actually go buy a backup of this because I love the paper pack so much. This is definitely like one of my favorite paper packs. And again, it's Barnwood Pretty. It's so awesome. I used to do this for all my pictures, and it just gives you such a nice backdrop. So I'm taking pictures for Instagram about my favorite summer lipsticks. And these are my 4 that I'm wearing like constantly. This is Oxblood, which is part of the Toledo collection, which I don't think you can get anymore. But I mean, it's just a brown nude. Oh yeah, this is how I take my Instagram pictures, by the way. Scrapbook paper and then shit on my desk. But I have to clean so bad. But this one is Candy Yum Yum. This is Tumble Dry. I don't think this one's available anymore. And this one is Morange, which is like, or Morange, I think is how I say it, which is definitely more orange than it's coming up on my camera. Which, let me see if I can zoom out. Looks kind of red on camera, but it's definitely more orange. But those are my top 4 summer picks for MAC lipsticks for the summer. Oxblood, Candy Yum Yum, Tumble Dry, and Morange. Or Morange. I don't know. How do you guys say it? When I was in a MAC class, they said Morange. Morange? But I always just said Morange. I don't know. But they're pretty. Okay, there are swatches of them on my arm. Left to right, Tumble Dry, or I'm sorry, no. Left to right, Oxblood, Candy Yum Yum, Tumble Dry, and Morange. Tumble Dry, let's see, Oxblood is matte. Yeah, ignore that's my scrap of stuff that I need to take care of, so I just throw it in like a bin. I need to clean my desk off so bad, don't judge me. But Oxblood is a matte. Candy Yum Yum is a matte. Tumble Dry is a luster, which is why you see it's a little bit more sheer on. So pretty though, with a lip liner. And Morange is a amplified, which is what gives it that intense color. So heaven forbid if I don't go to work without lipstick swatches on my arms. So I'm trying to decide if I want to order a couple of these lipsticks from the new collection at MAC. I don't think I'm going to do this pink one, Bianca, because I know I do not look good in pale pink. I like Margarita. It says it's a yellow bright peach, but I don't know. Tats is a little too much like Miley Cyrus, so I'm not going to order that one. Charlotte Rich Yellow Red. I have so many reds. I don't know. And Eugene, I really like that. So let's do Eugene. Let's do Margarita. What were the ones I had in my planner that I wanted? Yeah, because I'm such like a junkie that I my crap on my desk. That I put down in my planner which ones I wanted to get. So, okay, I got those 2. I'm on the fence about Charlotte. I have so many reds and I have so many matte reds. I think I'm just going to do those 2. And I really don't have any interest in the glaze gloss. because I hate sticking my fingers into things, and you're gonna have to use a brush with it, and it's just not as appealing to me. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get those two. I'm uploading a video right now that's like taking forever. Actually should be, because it's 7:17. I should be getting ready for work, but gotta order my stuff first. So $35, gosh. Super excited today, which is Thursday, because one, I'm driving my FJ Cruiser to work, which you guys know Abby is my baby. I don't drive her every day to and from work because before we had her lifted, she got pretty good gas mileage for being as big as she is, because she's a big girl. But after we lifted her, her gas mileage kind of went down a little bit. So it doesn't make sense for me to really drive her every single day to and from work when I have my PT Cruiser. So she's basically, she just hangs out in the driveway. Looks really good. We do 4x4ing trips, which hopefully we'll do some more this year, and I'll be able to actually like take you guys on them and take you vlogging with us. But I decided to drive Abby today because one, I wanted to get her out, and she needs to get, she's been doing this really weird thing, and if any of your husbands or boyfriends are mechanics, ask them this question or show them this video and let me know what they think. Because Abby has decided that periodically, no rhyme or reason, she starts acting like she's gonna stall. So, and then like a couple lights will flash and she'll act like she's gonna stall, and then she's fine for like a crap ton more miles. She's totally cool. So I'm trying, and it's hard to like kind of diagnose that when she's not doing it all the time. She just does it like sporadically. So I'm gonna start researching it, and I'm gonna take her in probably to the Toyota dealership here, because, you know, like I said, I don't know any really good mechanics here. So if you guys live in Albuquerque and you have mechanics that you trust, if you guys trust your vehicles with them, I would probably trust Abby with them. But it's just, it sucks because like I love my FJ so much, and I don't mind paying to have her repaired because she is a 2007. She does have like 90,000 miles on her, which for Toyota is like nothing. But, you know, things break and things happen. So I'm just, I want to go ahead and get her in and have that looked at, because it's happened a couple times now, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I decided I was going to drive her today because she's been just sitting in my driveway. I haven't drove her to my office in like months, so she just hangs out. I hate putting like a lot of unnecessary miles on her, because my dream car is a fully restored and modified Toyota FJ40. That is like, they are so awesome. They are like the best of both worlds. I want one so bad, but they are so gosh darn expensive. I mean, I've been kind of watching Craigslist for one, because if I found one that needed to be restored a little bit, I would probably jump on it, because that's like my dream. But here's the thing, I want one that is an automatic transmission, because I don't want to deal with a standard, and that is the real kicker and what's hard to find. So long story short, I hate to put extra miles on Abby, because one, I love her and I want her to last forever, and I'm going to keep her forever. I swear, I'm going to be like the 80-year-old that's still driving her FJ Cruiser because she still thinks it's cool. When I get out of my office, I will take my camera and around Abby, and I'll show you Abby, because I love her. If I had a Jeep before my FJ, I don't think I've ever told you guys the story of my truck. I went to a Toastmasters get-together for, okay, problem with Abby, I speed in her so bad. I'm like, I didn't realize I was doing 65 and a 55. I better slow down. Okay, so that's nice. But anyways, I had a Jeep Rubicon, and she was a standard. Well, she was mine and Brett's Jeep. I never drove her because she was a standard and I hated it. I'm too short to drive a standard Jeep. So I never drove her. Well, I went to a Toastmasters party. Brett had stayed home because he didn't really want to go. Or he was on call or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. For those of you who don't know, Brett's law enforcement. And so I'm in my PT Cruiser, my black PT Cruiser that I drive, which normally is what I vlog in. And go to the party. I'm driving there and I get like this really weird grinding noise, which I realize is probably my brakes. So I called Brett when I got there and I was like, hey, you know, my car's making this noise. Make sure you have your phone on you in case I need you. Blah, blah, blah. Enjoyed the party. Was getting ready to drive home, right? I was driving home and my car started making a really, really bad noise. Far beyond, I think, just brakes. Or I thought just brakes. So I called Brett and I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you meet me at Walgreens on Paseo and follow me home? And he's like, yeah, you know, definitely. Because he wanted me to be safe. So I go, or he gets there. He shows up in his unit because he was on call. That's what it was. And when you're law enforcement and you're on call, you basically have to take your unit with you because you have to be able to respond. Where he works and what he does, he has to be able to respond to any situation quickly. So he has to take his unit. So he takes his unit. I'm driving home and I get a call from dispatch. And I answer and she asked me if I was driving my Jeep. And I'm like, no. And she said, well, would your husband be driving your Jeep? And I said, no. I said, he's actually right behind me. I said, why? What's going on? And she says, well, it appears your Jeep's been stolen. I'm like, okay. I thought by them calling me and saying, hey, your Jeep's been stolen, it means they found it. You know, maybe it was stripped. I don't know. It wasn't stripped. Somebody stole it, drove it to the middle of the mesa, and set it on fire. Now, like I said, Brett is law enforcement. So, and a lot of people don't like cops. And even, you know, 6 years ago, a lot of people still didn't like cops. We have an idea who it was. Rio Rancho PD was never able to find out who it was. Stolen, set on fire. She was totaled. Her name was Ruby. She was a 2005 Rubicon with less than 20,000 miles on her. And this was in like 2010, I think's what it was. So we also got a smoking deal on her. So we owed a lot less than what she was actually worth. So, and we didn't actually know this until State Farm told her. Because we've never... Why would you know that? As much as I love my cars, the last thing I do is think about really trading them in their value. Because to me, cars really don't have any value. Because it's a necessity, so to speak. Oh, this is my CD cord, by the way, if you guys see that flying around. But anyways, so they totaled Ruby because she was burned. We could not find another Jeep that we liked. Oh, I forgot my Mountain Dew. Damn. We couldn't find another Jeep that we liked. So I ended up, we were driving by this car lot, and Abby was sitting on one of those spinny things going around and around. And Brett really liked her. And I was like, Toyota FJ Cruiser is so ugly. I'm like, and I used like the cardinal sin of what you ever say about an FJ Cruiser. I was like, it looks like a Hummer. Sorry, Abby. You know I love you. But Brett was like, well, I want to go test drive her. I really like her. You know, I want to see if this is something I like. Because FJ Cruisers, let me tell you, stock will 4x4 like a Jeep and more comfortable. Because FJ Cruisers have independent front suspension where Jeeps are solid axles. So comfort wise. So Brett test drove Abby, and the whole time I'm sitting in the front seat and I was like, I don't like this. This is so big. I mean, every excuse I had, I was like, I don't want to get Abby. So please don't break down, Abby, because you know how much I love you now. But so Brett's like, well, drive her. Fine. So I get in, and when I sat in her and I test drove her for the first time, I was like, oh yes, she will be mine. Which is a Wayne's World quote, by the way. So we got Abby. We got a good deal on her too, because she came with the ARB roof rack. She came with the Warren rear bumper that actually ended up saving our lives. Abby actually probably saved my life because of my car accident that I was in. She took the hit like a champ. But anyways, so we get Abby. We go 4x4ing in her, and I realized how awesome it is to 4x4 in a truck with independent front suspension. Jeeps are so uncomfortable. FJ Cruisers are comfortable. So we had Abby about a year. We went to Thrill on the Hill in Cloudcroft, New Mexico, and that is what really, truly made me fall in love with Abby. I had so much fun with the Toyota people. I saw all these really modified trucks, and that is what really got me thinking about abs. So we come back, and I started looking for an FJ Cruiser for me, because technically Abby was Brett's. And I fell in love with her. So fast forward years later, still have Abby, obviously, because I'm driving right now. But we ended up, the only thing, like, I would say to Toyota, they no longer make FJ Cruisers. So if you guys want an FJ Cruiser, you're going to have to get an FJ Cruiser. It's going to have to be used. But I love Abby. I love Abby's size. It works well for my life. You know, Abby is my badass. But I wish that these windows right here opened, because they don't. And that sucks for having dogs. I wish that Toyota would have maybe went a little bit more retro with it. And did sorry, I just had an awesome comment. And did maybe some type of like a removable top or something to go kind of along with the FJ40, because the only thing I miss about having a Jeep is popping the doors and the top off. There is nothing like driving in a Jeep with the top and the doors off. But there's also nothing like cruising around in a badass FJ Cruiser. So it's like, you know, you have to give and take. Brett he wants another Jeep, and I support that. So basically I am kind of taking over Abby, and Abby will be my baby, which she is my baby, because Brett's kind of over the whole FJ Cruiser thing. I mean, he likes the FJ Cruiser and he loves Abby, but he misses really taking the top and the doors off, which I understand. So I think we're going to end up, he's going to get a Jeep. So Abby will like fully be my truck. And the day that Abby is fully my truck will be the day that I turn her into an even more of a badass. Because right now she has a Toytech 3-inch ultimate lift, which Toytech was amazing to work with. Unfortunately, we haven't been doing as much with the FJ Cruiser stuff, so I kind of lost touch with a couple people that worked for Toytech, which sucks because, you know, I love FJ Cruiser people. But they have new springs that was like looking at that I'm like, wow, that would be pretty cool. So Abby will probably end up getting a little bit of a facelift. I want to get her bigger tires is like the biggest thing, but I couldn't justify getting her bigger tires when her tires were fine, because right now I have the all-terrains on her, but as soon as these all-terrains, which will be this year, need to be replaced, I'm going to replace them with Goodyear mud trains. I don't know if I'm going to go with 35s or not. If I go with 35s, I'm going to have some work done to her, because FJ Cruisers, if you put on 35s, sometimes it'll rub a little bit, and I don't want to do that. So that's like the easiest way to cut a tire. But yeah, so this is Abby, and she's my baby. I absolutely love this truck. When Brett was thinking about trading her in, I was like devastated. absolutely devastated. I was like, there's no way. I'll trade in my PT Cruiser, my car first, before I trade in Abby. Like, that's how much I love her. But I need to run into the gas station and get a soda pop since I forgot my soda pop at home. And then we will continue driving to the office. I'm so bummed that I'm not getting a day to work from home this week. It sucks. But whatever. Okay, so some more stuff that I brought from home to decorate my office with. I brought this, like, it's a dip bowl. I guess what they call it, but it's like a bird. It needs to be cleaned. So I figured I'll maybe keep like my paper clips and stuff like that in there, because right now it's in that. And that's not cute. I also brought a couple paper pads with me because I want to do a little bit more DIY art. And then I brought these lights. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but what I'm thinking is right here, I have like this weird space. And what I'm thinking about doing is putting like a piece of wood up this. And then buying like some plant holders and maybe doing like a cactus wall or cacti wall. But it can't be permanent. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. I'm just thinking it would look really cool there. Is what I'm thinking, but I don't know. So that's my Target lamp that I got. Target on clearance. Oh, I also brought these in to decorate with too. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do with them yet. And my pandas and my angry bird. And this is the Mombi DIY art set I was telling you about. These are, ouch, those right there, those are from Mombi, and this is from Mombi. This are from A Beautiful Mess, and then this is the calendars that I showed you guys yesterday that I got, and then that's from Beautiful Mess. And then I also stuck that feather picture up there because I noticed that it's actually a little bit damaged, so I really can't hang it. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting like a plant here and then just having stuff on top of the bookcase is what I'm thinking. And then I also need to, sorry, my office is like super small. Behind my door, I kind of want to put something here because I just, like, I have that big blank wall. Let me actually show you how my office is right now. It's just our reception area. I'll give you an office tour. So when you walk in, this is our reception area, which we need to get something for right there because that's kind of like a blank space. And this is how we have our seating set up for now. I'm not a fan of this table here, but Stan likes it, so. And our clocks that are the vein to my existence. And then Stan bought a TV, and then we just have like a little credenza there. Not really in love with it, but whatever. But this is the reception area. It doesn't really get much natural light, so it's kind of dark, which is why we have so many lamps. And then you walk through this way, we have our copier. This is still kind of a mess because this was the other office that I was in, but I ended up moving to my new one. And this is just kind of like, I guess like a copy room now. And then you have Stan's office with his beautiful view of the Sandias. It's gorgeous. In the parking lot. I don't want to show you Stan's desk, just, you know, to respect his privacy, but Sandias. And then when you walk back through, this office is empty right now. It's just kind of like our, this will be kind of our storage office right now. And then this is Todd's office. And then this is also a, right now it's just kind of like our storage room. And I'm cleaning this out because Stan wants to make it a conference room. So we're going to get rid of all this stuff. We're going to be selling these 2 5-drawer lateral cabinets. So if you're in the Albuquerque area and you want some filing cabinets, that would be a good deal. But yeah, so when you walk in, which there's the door. So when you walk in, my office is behind the reception area. And this is how I have it set up for right now. It's my messy desk. My computer, because I love enjoying the windows. And then my filing cabinet with my printer, my bookcase. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with, and my pin board. That is the extent of my office so far. See how much cuter does that look now with my paper clips and stuff in it rather than that plastic bin. And this bird I got at Target like a year or so ago, and it was on clearance. It's from Threshold and it says it's a dip bowl. I don't know, I just figured it was really cute. I want to, this blue holder here, I want to change out for the wood one, I think, or maybe I'll paint this. I don't know. Ooh, maybe I'll cover it in scrapbook paper. I don't know yet. I gotta think. So I'm trying to decide which craft paper sheet this would look better on. I like that. This is one of the Amy Tangerine paper pads. That'll work. No. Is that like a cherry yellow? No. No. What about that? No. Let's see here. Ooh. What about if we play off the, because I can trim it like this, and then it won't have the love on it. I think that's what we're gonna do.